Welcome to the deep dive. We try to cut through the noise here and really get to the core of things shaping our world. And today, yeah, we're pulling back the curtain on some pretty seismic shifts happening inside Microsoft.
Hmm.
The headlines are all about layoffs. I mean, a staggering 9,000 employees cut just last month. That's what, about 4% of their global workforce?
That's right. And what really stands out is that this isn't even the first big round this year.
Ah,
They already had about 6,000 layoffs back in May. So if you add it all up for 2025, we're talking over 15,000 people.
15,000. Wow.
Yeah. And numbers like that, they really make you think about those big turning points in tech history,
Mhm.
like moving from hardware to software, desktop to cloud.
Right.
This feels less like just trimming costs
Mhm.
and much more like a fundamental strategic reshaping for the whole AI era.
That's a huge number, 15,000. And your point about reshaping, not just trimming, that feels really key. So, okay, let's unpack that. Where exactly are these cuts hitting hardest, and what's the core strategy driving this right now? It seems pretty drastic.
Well, the details we have suggest it's quite widespread, actually.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
seeing impacts in Xbox gaming, definitely. Also, their Azure cloud division,
Which is massive for them, right? Especially for AI.
absolutely massive. It underpins so much of their AI strategy. Then there's LinkedIn, various sales teams, and other product groups too. And Microsoft's stated reasons, they go beyond just saving money. You're talking about flattening management structures.
Making things nimbler.
Exactly. You can see how that connects to the AI push needing faster, more agile teams.
Right.
They also mentioned streamlining operations, boosting overall efficiency.
So it really is about re-architecting the company for speed, not just cutting costs. I think a lot of people listening might just hear layoffs and immediately think, company in trouble. But you're saying this is more strategic, a deliberate reprioritization for what's next.
Precisely. And here's where it gets really interesting. These cuts are directly linked to that huge investment pledge they've made.
The $80 billion figure.
Yeah, over $80 billion going into AI and cloud computing. They're targeting generative AI, large language models, the whole foundational AI infrastructure that powers everything from Copilot to big enterprise stuff. So resources are actively being shifted. Money and people are moving away from maybe legacy areas or less central
That
projects.
fuel the AI engine.
Exactly. They're shedding some costs, yes, but mainly to free up capital and talent for this massive AI ambition. It's a calculated gamble that AI is the future, and they're clearing the path to run towards it.
That redirection, it makes sense when you frame it like that, betting the farm on AI, essentially. But, what really caught my eye, and I bet a lot of our listeners too, is the impact on specific divisions. The gaming side, Xbox, that feels like it took a really big hit.
It does, yeah.
What's going on there? It just seems, I don't know, kind of surprising for such deep cuts in a high-profile consumer area.
It's true. The gaming division has been hit particularly hard. We're seeing job losses reported across Xbox itself,
Hmm.
Bethesda, several other internal studios
So
too.
across the board in gaming.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And it definitely raises questions about their future game development strategy. What's really telling is that some specific high-profile projects under the Xbox Game Studios umbrella.
Like which ones?
Well, reports mention Perfect Dark and Everwild specifically being canceled outright.
Wow, those are anticipated titles.
They were. And beyond those, several other upcoming games have apparently been shelved as well. It really shows how deep this strategic shift goes. It kind of signals a move away from maybe uh, less immediately profitable or more speculative long-term game projects
Towards AI.
towards AI, where the potential returns and the strategic importance just seem higher for them right now. It makes you wonder, what is the future for AAA game development at Microsoft?
Right. Will they lean more into Game Pass, maybe leveraging AI within existing games or services instead of these huge, long development blockbuster bets?
It certainly looks like a major reevaluation of their whole entertainment portfolio. Significant shift.
So, wrapping this up a bit,
Yep.
what does this all mean for you listening in and maybe for the future of tech generally? It seems clear these aren't just job cuts.
No, not at all.
It's a massive signal about Microsoft's future direction, right? Centered squarely on AI and the cloud infrastructure needed to support it. They're not just reacting, they're trying to shape their own destiny here.
Exactly. And stepping back, looking at the bigger picture, it really begs a question, doesn't it?
Hmm.
How might these huge strategic shifts by tech giants like Microsoft, how might they redefine not just the tech landscape itself or the products we use every day, but maybe the very nature of work, of innovation? in the years ahead.
That's a powerful thought to leave people with.
It's definitely something to keep an eye on as these currents continue to reshape things.